This is a short video that's going to change the way that you consume media for the rest of your life if I've done my job correctly. So stick around because I'm about to ask you some questions that should help you see right through the matrix, because that's what learning copywriting did for me. I'm a copywriter. I'm going to tell you exactly what copywriting is, where you see it, how it works, where you should start seeing it, but it should give you some red flags. All copywriting is it's writing with a job to do. If I were to separate what copywriting does into 3 phases, first and foremost, my job is to plant an idea in your head. Then it is to change your mind on something. Sometimes they're the same thing. Then finally, if I do my job really well, I can get you to act, which means maybe turn up at an event, buy something, subscribe to something, whatever. In order for me to take you through this 1, 2, 3, I have to read loads of books on how to change your mind, and I have to make notes, and I have to figure out how to use these tactics really well, which means that I am trained at seeing them. So that means I know when I see them in adverts, in emails, anyone selling you stuff, I can pick up on their tactics, LinkedIn posts, captions, YouTube videos, even TikTok videos. I see it everywhere, okay? Now that's not a problem, because those people are clearly doing marketing. You know it and I know it. Where it starts being a problem is where I start seeing it in newspapers. I start seeing it on news outlets, like on all their websites. I started seeing it in movies, in television, and in radio. And the premise of those things is they're just trying to give us information. Sometimes they're trying to entertain us, like movies, right? So if it's news, the intention is that they're telling us what is happening. So they shouldn't be using any mind manipulation tactics to make you think in a certain way. They should just be passing on information, kind of like a live encyclopedia, right? And a movie should just be there to entertain you, kind of like a girl twerking. Now let's talk about knowledge, what it means to know something. And stick with me here because I'm going somewhere with this. Knowledge comes in 2 ways, either primary knowledge or secondary knowledge. Primary knowledge is like, let's say, I know what a tree is because I've seen a tree. I've sat underneath the shade of a tree. I've tried to plant a tree. Therefore, I know what a tree is. That's primary knowledge. But for example, something like Malaysia, I've never been. So I have to take someone else's word for it. When they tell me it's humid, I have to now know that it's humid. So here's a question I want you to think about. What do you know about Russia? What do you know about India? And what do you know about China? Those should just be normal questions, and you should be able to rattle off some facts. Here's where it gets interesting. What do you feel about Russia? What do you feel about China? And what do you feel about India? Those should be 3 completely different answers. And my question to you is, what is the value of things that should be passing on pure information and entertainment to you, taking you through the first 2 steps if there isn't a third? And bear in mind, sometimes the third is just do nothing. Inaction is a very powerful action. So when we talk about something like a genocide and relabeling it as a war, that is a very powerful way to phrase something, to plant an idea in your head, change your mind on something, and then get you to not act. So here's your call to action. The next time you read something, take a pause and figure out what it's made you feel and think.